From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. At least 17 people have died and dozens more were injured after a devastating wave of severe weather swept across the central U.S. late Friday into early Saturday, leaving a trail of destruction. 10 deaths are being reported in southeastern Kentucky, according to the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, which said a tornado caused numerous severe injuries as it pummeled homes and buildings late Friday night. 9 of those deaths were in Laurel County, and the other death was in neighboring Pulaski County. That's according to local news station WVLT. Emergency crews are still searching the wreckage for survivors and assessing the full extent of the damage. Officials described widespread destruction, downed power lines, and multiple serious injuries in the city of London, which is about 75 miles south of Lexington. The National Weather Service reported a radar-confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornado moving through lower Kentucky shortly after midnight. More than 700,000 homes and businesses across 12 states lost power during the outbreak, with Missouri and Kentucky hit the hardest. The same storm system triggered large, destructive tornadoes across Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. 7 people were killed in the St. Louis area earlier Friday evening after a tornado-warned storm moved through that city. Multiple buildings were damaged in St. Louis, including Centennial Christian Church, where some folks sought shelter. About 150 people rode out the storm in the basement of the St. Louis Art Museum. The St. Louis Zoo said it would remain closed Saturday because of storm damage, but the AP said all the animals were safe. Spencer said an overnight curfew was in effect Friday in the neighborhoods with the most damage and that the city was in the process of declaring an emergency. The Red Cross said it has opened several shelters across St. Louis if people need a place to stay in the wake of the storms. The tornado hit the town just after tracking across Interstate 55 during the Friday evening commute. AccuWeather storm chaser and meteorologist Tony Lawback was just a few hundred yards away as it lofted debris into the sky as it swirled across the highway. The tornado-warned storm passed near the meeting point of Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky before eventually tracking over Paducah, Kentucky early Friday evening. A rare tornado emergency was issued near Creel Springs, Illinois, in the southern part of the state as a violent thunderstorm moved through around 6:30 p.m. local time. Farther east, a cluster of severe thunderstorms rumbled across the mid-Atlantic with a tornado warning being issued for downtown Baltimore shortly after 6 p.m., although it has yet to be confirmed if a tornado did indeed strike the city. In addition to the thunderstorms, gusty winds kicked up dust from freshly plowed farmland across Illinois, which caused a dust storm that swept through the Chicago area. Visibility plummeted to just about a quarter of a mile at Chicago's Midway Airport on Friday evening, accompanied by wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Over 700,000 electric customers were in the dark on Friday as power outages mounted. That included nearly 200,000 in Michigan who lost power during storms on Thursday night. Weather contributed to some of the more than 3,000 flight delays at airports directly impacted by thunderstorms on Friday. Now, that had a ripple effect across the country, causing disruptions at some airports where the weather was clear. Severe weather will threaten the same areas again early in the upcoming week, with destructive storms and tornadoes in the forecast across the central U.S. on Monday and Tuesday. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I will be back on Monday with more from AccuWeather.